Hello and welcome. This video is going to be my reseller recap for the month of May in 2022. I am a full-time reseller, so I am going to do something that not a whole lot of resellers do. I'm going to give you my actual numbers. I know there are a lot of new people here. Hello. Again, I am Heroin Bob. You can just call me Bob if you want to know why I'm Heroin Bob. It's because that's my roller derby name, and I've kind of just been that on the internet and in real life for like what? Like 10 years now. So that's why if we're out in public and you shout Bob across the way, chances are, as long as we're not in a country club, I will respond. Versus if I gave y'all my real name, I would not respond to a non-familiar voice at all. So that was an unnecessary explanation for that. I just don't feel like I've ever explained that on my channel. So now I have. What I'm going to do first is throw you guys off to the wall of accountability and other Bob, and then she'll give you back, and I will actually go over those numbers and my goals. Welcome to the wall of accountability. All right, if you are new here, which I know a lot of you are, this is how I keep track of stuff. So I'm going to explain this because I know it's a little complicated, or it looks complicated. The green numbers are what I sold. So I sold 2 things on the 3rd on all the platforms. On the 4th, I listed 2 things on eBay, regardless of whatever platform it's sold on. So I list 2 things on eBay, plus I list at least $100 of additional stuff. So I listed $108.96 of additional stuff. My total number of items I listed was 10. So this is how many items total I listed. So again, this is what sold. This is me replenishing that regardless of what platform it's on, additional $100, how many items I actually listed, and what sold. This is my month. Did I do this every day like I'm supposed to? No, I am supposed to do this every day because that's supposed to basically mean that I list at least $700 of stuff a week, plus replenish the stuff that I've sold. I have not done that yet in the entire time I've made this goal for myself. But I did okay. You know, I broke my toe at the end of April, so I did really well when I couldn't move around to list. And then I could move around, and I decided I sold too much stuff. I don't want to do this. And so I just didn't and went sourcing instead, because that's good when you're trying to get rid of a death pile. And then I lost power to half of my house, so I kind of had to like do what I could when I could. And then I got power back, and then I tried again, and then the month ended. So I did okay. I mean, I replenished 56 items. I added $2,301.87 to my eBay store. I listed a total of 147 things, and I sold 119. This number is higher than last month. That's all I care about. Is this number is higher and this number is higher. And I did it. I did it. Hi, I did it. So I'm going to give you back to other Bob that looks just like this Bob, but you know, later. Thanks, other Bob. So now we're going to get into my net numbers. So this is for all the platforms that I sell on, as well as my net numbers for other reselling income. That would be, you know, from this YouTube channel and other revenue sources as well. So we're going to start with my lowest performing sales platform first, and then work our way up. My lowest performing platform consistently has been Etsy. It's very slow. I have been trying to make sure I list new items on Etsy once a week, and that worked really well for the month of May. I actually made a sale on Etsy every week for the month of May, which was really nice. However, my net profit for that month, because they were all baby sales, was $26.65. So that's after fees of the platform, cost of goods, and shipping the item. My next platform would be Facebook Marketplace. Pretty much my focus for May was making sure that I cross-posted items that were stale in my eBay store every day onto all of the other platforms that it would be appropriate for. And Facebook Marketplace actually did pretty well. So I made a net profit on Facebook Marketplace of $57.88. Again, I'm always surprised at what does sell on Facebook Marketplace. Pretty much a lot of restaurant wear. So hard goods sell really well over there. And then again, I've mentioned before, like anything large, extra large and above that fits the cottagecore aesthetic that you're willing to sell for $15 or less, like just like a cottagecore cute t-shirt, Facebook Marketplace is a good place to sell that. So the next one we're going to go on to is Poshmark. Poshmark has been surprising me. I guess it shouldn't. Poshmark is definitely one of those platforms where if you are active on the platform and doing all the things they tell you to do, like share your closet and send out offers to likers and list consistently, it does what it's supposed to do, but it's still not enough for me to like be in love with the platform with as much work as you have to put into it. But I made a net profit of $154.17 on Poshmark, so happy with that. I guess it is a little bit worth the amount of effort I put into it, having to share my closet 3 times a day. But, and my main bay, which is eBay, I made a net profit of $781.52. For the month of May, eBay decided to charge me for both May and June, so that took a little bit of a chunk out. I mean, it's only $22, but you know, every little bit helps, and that would have had me at over $800. But $781.52. I'm very happy about that. It was more than last month, despite the setbacks that I had for this month. So as far as revenue streams from this YouTube channel, you guys are amazing. I don't know what I did to deserve this platform and this audience, but y'all are just exceptionally kind to me. So I do have, I'm going to actually start with YouTube. So YouTube, I did get my payout. If you are new to YouTube or thinking about starting a channel with YouTube, in order to become partnered on YouTube and be eligible for monetization, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time within a 365-day period. You also have to have content that doesn't, you know, violate any terms of service, and then you have to apply. In order to get paid out by YouTube, you get paid out once you hit a $100 threshold in the following month. So I hit a $100 threshold in April, so then in May I got the payout, and this is the payout from April and March. And the amount that YouTube paid me from my views from March and April is $121.94. So I don't make $100 a month on YouTube. I don't get the views for that. I have a small but mighty channel, and I'm still very grateful. It's still really nice because, you know, I put out consistent content all the time. That videos that I put out when I first started the channel are earning me money now. So as long as you have, you know, don't give up on those old videos that you did before you got monetized. They will still eventually pay you back a little bit for the amount of effort you put into it beforehand. The next source of income that I received for the month of May was my Anthro Anthology. If you do not know, my Anthro Anthology, I will put a video up above to link to it, but my Anthro Anthology I did for the month of May. I spent a lot of time researching all 340 brands that are currently being sold at Anthropologie, and I ran all the numbers on eBay and some on Poshmark, and I put together a 70 brand guide out of the 340 that are worth it based on numbers to resell. That is linked down below, and I released that at the end of May, and I am shocked. I am shocked at how generous everyone has been. You know, I just was really hopeful that people would find it and downloaded it and it would be helpful to you all, and some of you have just been exceptionally kind to me and very open with your wallets, which is a surprise. I'll get more of that into June, but I do have a few people to thank for that. As of actually today, the day I'm releasing this video, I've had over 300 people download the Anthro Anthology, and that blows my mind. And I do have a few people to thank that were kind enough to share it with their audiences as well. The 5 resellers, they posted it on their Instagram Thank you very much. You guys are very nice to me. The Thrifty Broad, Melissa, my friend, thank you very much. She also shared it on her Instagram. Matt, Thrift to Life, my friend Matt, who actually has his own, which is the Menswear Manifesto, which is like a menswear guide, which I will also link down below. He shared it with his audience twice. Well, once in May and then once recently for other reasons. So Matt, thank you. I don't know if you even watch my videos sometimes, but thank you. And then a big surprise to me, Courtney from Common Tags, who I have just an insane amount of respect for as being another single female who owns her own home, but she does it in California, that is able to earn a full-time living basically doing too many things. She's a realtor, a reseller, and also a YouTube and content creator. So Courtney decided to share my anthology with her Instagram following, and thank you. So for the month of May, I will have to share again more numbers for the month of June, but for the month of May, I made a total of $95.27 and for downloading the anthology. So thank you very much. I'm trying not to get emotional, but it means a lot. I do have plans to do more women's wear guides. And you know, there are other large retailers besides Anthropologie that have a lot of brands that they carry that are talked about a lot in the reselling world. So I do plan on doing some more and expanding it, just like, you know, Matt did one rendition of the Menswear Manifesto and has just expanded it as he's gone on. I plan to do the same thing. It just takes a while, and I have a lot of respect for Matt as how much effort it does to do one of these. The next income source has been Buy Me a Coffee. I do have that link in my bio. I don't really talk about it very much, other than in the anthology. I did encourage people to please, if you have no idea who I am, download it for free first, and then if it helps you and provides you with a good income source because you're sourcing better, buy me a coffee later if you feel like it. If not, I'm just glad I helped you. But I do have a few people to thank for coffees, and that would be Jen. Jen bought me one coffee. Thank you so much. It was a nice surprise. Bill bought me 10 because he's insane and just very kind. Thank you. Moxie appreciates you very much. I promised I gave her some more treats for that. And Nick bought me a coffee as well because he downloaded the anthology and then said, this is for the anthology and the Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. So in total, for everything, for my net profit, I made a net profit of $1,291.78. Now, I have talked about before here on my channel that in order for me to pay all of my fixed expenses, so that would be like my utility bills and my mortgage and my HOA, my car, that kind of stuff. In order for me to pay all of those, I need $1,200 a month. Then when I figured out and have navigated now how to pay my federal taxes by quarter, I realized I had to add an additional $150 to that. So in order for me to pay my fixed expenses, I now have to get $1,350. Did I do that this month? No, but my my power bill was less, so I was okay. Actually, pretty much all my utility bills were less because, you know, the month of April and the month of May have been really nice weather-wise, so I actually had to pay a little bit less utilities. So I actually did. I did actually pay all of my fixed income expenses with my reselling money. So I'm very happy about that. You guys are like, but that doesn't count for food or gas or anything. No, it doesn't. But I have savings, and my savings, I have enough to where I was going to be good for like a year doing this. With the intent of that, I understood that it was going to take a while for me to build up my store, especially being disabled and being very limited with my energy resources and doing too much stuff anyway, that I would need slow climb up that hill. So I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with my progress. I know this is not as much as a bunch of other people, even part-time people. There are some part-time people that I know personally that just, wow, y'all are like superstars. I don't know, but I'm happy with my numbers, especially that I had a couple of setbacks for the month of May. So at the very end of April, I broke my toe. That was not fun. So I wasn't really very mobile for a couple weeks, which actually was fine because I could finish the Anthro and Anthology because all I could do was do tippy taps. And then you kind of saw that when I did the wall of accountability as well, that I was very focused on just listing and working on my anthology because I wasn't able to like go sourcing or really move very much. I kind of just sat in front of the computer. And then the next setback was that I couldn't really work on the computer anymore because my house lost power. If you don't know, you have two 120 volts that go into your house, and that provides power for all of your house. So if one of those 120 lines goes down, none of your large appliances work. That includes your air conditioner, that includes your water heater, that includes your stove. One of those went bad. So it took Virginia Dominion Power, a while to get out here to fix that, to find it and then fix it. But everybody who worked for Dominion, I have nothing but really lovely things to say about them. They were really awesome dudes and they got me sorted out. I had a temporary transformer that allowed me to at least get my shipping done, but I didn't really want to keep my computer on unstable power. So I had to go to the boys' house in order to be able to do a lot of stuff. So I'm very lucky that my partner is awesome in that. And let me use the places, but that did mean like I had to bundle stuff up and then make it happen. And then I was also a little bit discouraged because, you know, living somewhere that doesn't really have power is kind of hard on you, especially when you have an online business and online channel. It makes things a little difficult. So now I'm going to go over my goals now that I've talked way too much about other stuff that happened during the month. My goals were to go full-time reselling. I did that at the end of January because my 9-to-5 job was horrible. The next thing was my wall of accountability, which I haven't been able to achieve at all this year so far. But I will continue to keep that lofty goal with the understanding that when I do actually hit it, it's going to be amazing. It's going to feel real good. I have hope that it might be this month. Fingers crossed. I mean, I did do much better for May. We'll see if June is the month that I get it. The third goal was to hit 10K over a 90-day period on eBay. I'm still sitting at 6K. Still doing that. Still at that 6K mark. Haven't really gone anywhere with that. Again, as part of the listing, that was the issue. eBay definitely rewards people that are consistent, and I was unable to be consistent because of the setbacks I mentioned earlier. 4, the death pile. Y'all know how good that's going. It's not. Also, I know that I've mentioned on my Instagram, if you don't follow my Instagram, I'll link that here. I was gonna do a no buy till July. I did not do that because I had this like gut feeling today to go to the bins, and I went to the bins and I bought so much stuff. Like, I think I bought like 50 books and then other stuff as well, clothing. That video will come out next, maybe next, or it'll come out later. What I am gonna do for the month of June is that I am going live on Whatnot to try to move some of this beautiful vintage women's stuff that I got in that giant estate sale. So if you are interested in women's vintage, I will be live on Whatnot every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything starts at $1. I'll have 20 pieces up. If you buy it, cool. If you don't buy it, it's forcing me to then list it on Etsy. So if you buy it, cool. If you don't buy it, cool. If you just want to hang out with me for like 30 minutes, very awesome. It is going to be all extra small, small, and medium because that is what this buyout is. So I understand that if that doesn't fit you, even though you love wearing vintage, if you don't sell vintage, no worries. Just putting it out there, it's there. My link to Whatnot will be down below too. My 5th goal was to get 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I ended May with 2,028 subscribers. That number is not the same as the number you see down below currently, and that is because, again, Matt was incredibly kind and decided to share me with his audience. So, hello all new people. I hope you like it here. I'm not quite as striking as Matt is, but I do my best. My eyes are gray. They're not the just penetrating blue that Matt's are, so I do hope you'll forgive me for that. But I am very happy with how May turned out. I broke my toe, I lost power to half of my house, and I still managed to pay all my bills for May. Do I still have some more room to grow? Oh yes, yes indeed. But I'm happy that my setbacks did not actually set me back. I'm happy that this is still going in this direction, and I'm very grateful for all of you. So thank you very much for being here with me. I do hope I'll see you in a couple days for another video. And until then, bye!